So not everyone who would wish to can be here to celebrate with our new clergy, and so with each of them, first for Rabbi Shaner, we have a couple of video greetings for those who aren't here with us today, but I wouldn't interrupt the Cantor. Here we go.
Kavod HaChazan, Jordan, we miss you. Love and blessings from all your pals at the Hebrew Union College on this auspicious occasion of your becoming one of the rabbis of Temple Sinai Congregation of Toronto. Kol HaKavod to your entire community. Siman Tov u'Mazel Tov. We wish we could be there in person to cheer you on. Much, much love.
Hello to all of the members, friends, clergy, guests of Temple Sinai Toronto. It is my privilege, my honor to have this moment to share my thoughts and my appreciation and my gratitude for my beloved friend and partner, Rabbi Jordan Shaner, and his dear wife, Kate. I wish very deeply that I could be there today to celebrate alongside all of you, and I understand it is also a simcha upon simchas. But certainly I appreciate the opportunity just to share even a few moments of reflection of the character and the person for whom all of you are now the beneficiaries of his presence, and that is Rabbi Shaner. As I'm sure that you have seen in very short time that he's been with you, Rabbi Jordan is a remarkable person. Remarkable certainly in his intellect, certainly.
Forward. Love and blessings from all your pals.
Privilege, my honor. A simcha upon simchas. But certainly I appreciate the opportunity just to share even a few moments of reflection of the character and the person for whom all of you are now the beneficiaries of his presence, and that is Rabbi Shaner. As I'm sure that you have seen in very short time that he's been with you, Rabbi Jordan is a remarkable person. Remarkable certainly in his intellect.
His intellect is so overwhelming that it's broken the intellect. So what can we do? Sorry that we're having some minor technical difficulties, but we'll make sure that if not all of us, that at least Rabbi Shaner and Kate had the opportunity to receive the full video and the beautiful blessing that his colleague with you partnered with for 3 years in Sag Harbor. So you have that. So I want to ask Rabbi Shaner and Cantor Lipitz now to come up so that he might be formally installed.
I'm going to have him sit because I'm going to continue the accolades. Okay. That's the first thing I have. All your rabbi had to do was send out a little note to his friends in the middle of busy Yontif season, right? And my inbox was flooded. So I'm going to continue while we figure out if we get to hear whoever else might be on that. I'm going to fill in with other people who begged to be included in today's tribute. From his fellow students. His decision-making is guided by his intellect and deep consideration of Jewish tradition and text. Temple Sinai will be blessed by his leadership. His perspective is one I always sought out in our shared learning spaces, since our different life experiences always meant that I would learn something unexpected and new from him. He is my favorite chavruta, my favorite person with whom to learn. And she writes, and if this whole rabbi thing doesn't work out, you can just send him back to HUC for another degree, because we would like to see him back. In addition to being a beautiful singer and composer, Rabbi Jordan is a mensch, through and through. His authenticity and love of Judaism act as a compass, guiding his life in ways that are genuine and meaningful. His kindness, his warmth, and menschlichkeit will serve Temple Sinai greatly. And Acharon Chaviv, from a friend of 25 years, Rabbi Sam Kay of the Temple in Atlanta. I don't imagine this will come as much of a surprise to anyone, and I know it will cause great embarrassment to Rabbi Sharon. But I have long considered him to be one of the single best people I know. It is not enough that he is ridiculously talented, with an incredible voice and a deep knowledge of music and liturgy. It is also not enough that he's brilliant, with excellent command of Hebrew, text, history, tradition, a scholar's scholar. Though all of that does make him a fantastic learning partner. It's not enough that he's passionate and funny, deeply invested and involved in both the individual lives of human beings and the greater issues of justice and morality in the world. Nor is it enough that he is an incredible partner, a proud and supportive husband to Kate, a good and loyal son and brother. Rather, I suppose it is that he is all of these things. It doesn't realize how incredible he is for being the total package. Because Jordan is incredibly humble. In fact, one of the humblest people I have ever met. I know that if he's hearing these words, he's looking down and smiling and turning a little red. I've known him for 25 years and I know how he responds to praise. He writes, Rabbi Jordan, of a time in which you sat together trying to solve the problems of the Jewish universe. And he concludes that section with these words. I knew he was right, that nobody was going to solve the problems of the world at 2 a.m. on a Jerusalem balcony. But I knew something else, that there would be a time, not far off, when he would be the one leading the charge for a brighter future for Am Yisrael. It was not an if he would solve these problems, simply a when. Chazak ve'ematz, strength and good courage. For 7 years later, he is still full of those bright passions, great ideas, and unwavering love. I have no doubts that this is exactly what he has brought to your community and will continue to bring so long as he serves. Rabbi, Rabbeinu, come forward. We are taught Mechadesh B'chol Yom Tamid Ma'aseh Bereshit. God recreates us and the potential of every person every day anew. Just so the potential of this covenant, this brit between congregation and teacher will be renewed and deepened because you, the kahal, the congregation, commit to pray and learn and build this community together with your clergy, your teachers. So in the name of this Kehillah Kedoshah and in the name of Am Yisrael that has called you, Rabbi Sharon, this congregation asks you to become their teacher and their guide, to be with them in prayer, comfort and healing, to inspire their song and their joy, to challenge them to grow and deepen their learning, to fuel their courage for the work of justice, and to make Temple Sinai, in every respect, the Kehillah Kedoshah, a sacred place of holiness and moral inspiration for all who enter it. Do you accept the communities, the responsibilities that this community has offered you?
I do.
In that case, do you accept the responsibilities of caring for your rabbi? Let's say it to one another. Chazak ve'ematz, be strong of good courage. And let us all say, Amen.
Thank you all. I wanted to sort of take this back to what my Chavruta from HUC said, and you should know that you can't take it back now, because when my wife heard those words saying "send me back to HUC," she said no. Kate and I knew that this would be the right place for us when we were here in February, 5 minutes into baby. And the reason we knew was because of the consideration and the care and the absolute unbelievable welcome that we received right away. Even before our interview here started, by the time I got to Toronto, I had spent, 3 hours on the phone with Cantor Osborne, at maybe an hour with Rabbi Dolgan. We had dinner with Sam Kerr and Jessica Taylor and members of the search committee, and that was all before our interview started. And even in those conversations, there was this consideration, this care, wanting to go the extra mile to take care of us. And we knew what that indicates. Not that we would be taken care of, but that we'd be in a place where people take care of each other. And that's number one. When you ask, do I accept the responsibility of making this place a Kehillah Kedoshah, I can happily accept, because it's already that. It's already a holy community. This is a place where Judaism, the Jewish people, lives and thrives, and it is a thrill to me to be a part of it. So I just want to say a few thank yous. Thank you, obviously, to the search committee, Sam and Sari and Jordan and Rhonda and Carol, for inviting me to come and be a part of this place. Thank you to the board of directors, Sherry and Michael and Bram. And I'm not going to remember everybody's name right this second because it's a little overwhelming, but thank you. Thank you to Rabbi Dolgan and Rainer Conway and Charles Osborne, and to my partner, who it's been really wonderful to go through this process of finding a new home with someone else. So to Cantor Brown-Levy. This summer has been a great learning curve for me, and it's been wonderful to go through that with a partner at my side. Thank you to the transition committee who have welcomed me and my family and made sure that we have a place to go for Shabbat dinner, and that we're not just on our own getting used to everything, and given us a million recommendations of things to check out in our new city, which has been wonderful. And thank you to the Temple Sinai community for making this happen, for being here, for living your values and making this place feel so special. And last but not least, I want to say thank you to my family, to my parents, Mom. I can't look at it, it's just really bad. I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for the values, the care that you raised me with the charge that you have given me as a Jewish person. Maddie, I wouldn't have made it through, like I said, without partners before, through my whole life so far. You and my brother Joseph, who's not here, have been there and made me who I am. And to my amazing wife, who has put up with a whole lot this year, a whole lot of change, and not just put up with it, but been an enthusiastic partner in it. I could not, would not ever dream of being here without you. So with that, I say thank you, I accept, and I'm very, very happy to be your rabbi.